Woo! We're here.
We're queer and ally.
Great. Let me throw up a graphic. Sweet.
Hi, Janet.
Thank Courtney for the NerdsVote stuff and cameo thing. Oh, you did a cameo for somebody.
I did. I've been doing some cameos, and it is real sweet, and it makes me very happy. And I just want to get just a huge thanks to everybody who has gone on to our NerdsVote website and has been purchasing our new enamel pins and shirts and stuff like that. I'm going to restock the store, but we still have a few sizes in our classic tee and our pins and our stickers and stuff. So thank you so much for your support, because it's really necessary to keep getting the word out. And thank you for showing up and watching us and following us on social media. You guys are the best.
Absolutely. So appreciated.
Oh my God, we're twins. We're wearing the same shirt.
Cute. Cute. All right, gang. I am doing well. I push the thing down. There we go. Okay. Yeah, all is well here. We have a big show tonight, so we're very excited. Not just this show. We have a big show today. We have Yuri Lowenthal on the show today.
Spiderman.
What? But my partner is also premiering the first musical in quarantine. First high school musical.
He means his actual partner.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Straight date partner.
Yes, the one that I've been quarantining with for 2 months. Yeah. So, yes, the first high school musical filmed and produced entirely in quarantine premieres tonight at youtube.com/weareosha, OCSA. So check it out. It's going to be really cool. Yeah. Well, without...
Just to answer Barbie's question before we get going, you could buy a shirt on NerdsVote.com/shop.
Mm-hmm.
And I will get it out to you ASAP. And if we don't have your size or anything, just hit me up, leave me a message, and I will get them to you ASAP.
Absolutely.
And we also have some different styles on another site, a TeePublic site, that you can get like different colors and stuff. That's teepublic.com/NerdsVote.
Yes. Or you could just go to nerdsvote.com, and all of our swag is under there, our shop, TeePublic. There's even some D&D merch if you want to buy that. So, yeah.
If you are tiny, I have extra smalls for you. I don't think we get it extra small, but I will sew it even smaller for you when I see you in it.
Parvey's being funny is what Parvey's being. Thank you, Parvesh. I love you. All right. Without further ado, let us bring in our amazing guest. He has been the voice of Ben 10, and he has also been the voice of Spider-Man in the video game Spider-Man. We love him very much. His name is...
And also on Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto as well. Here he comes. Lowenthal! It's working. It's happening. Any day now. Yay!
Hi, everybody, it works!
It oh, we both got the red curtain memo.
I know. It's the quarantine curtain. Yeah.
It is very much so.
Yep.
It's dramatic.
Yeah.
It looks like you guys are just ready to take the stage at any time.
This is
right.
Yuri and I are going to do competing one-man shows right now.
Right. And go.
And begin. How are you, buddy?
I'm tired, man. I'm tired of this quarantine. I'm tired of my family. I'm tired, tired of everything. We're all tired of each other. I'm here to be honest.
Yeah. We appreciate your candor.
I'm here to be honest for you. Yeah, no, it's exhausting. And keeping a 4-year-old entertained 24/7 has been the hardest job of my life.
God, 4 already?
I know.
You just had him.
I was like, that just happened.
Okay, he'll be 4. Okay, he'll be 4. I'm jumping in. He'll be 4 in like 3 weeks. Still.
Okay, sure. Yeah, but
still.
Wow.
So the time flies.
That it does. That it does.
I
So what are you, I mean, aside from attempting to entertain a 4-year-old, what have you tried that's new and different during quarantine?
I'll be honest. Besides day drinking, I will be honest. I cutting myself some slack because I thought I usually don't, and I thought that with this being what it was, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be home. I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna do all this stuff. I'm gonna have, I'm gonna finish this project. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna write this, and I'm gonna learn a new language, and I'm gonna get fit, and like all that stuff. And I realized that, like, I get to the end of the day, and all I've done is basically keep a tiny human alive. And I'm exhausted, and I go to bed, and then I wake up, and it all starts over again, like Groundhog Day. And for a while, I beat myself up about that. I'm like, you should be doing all this other stuff. And I finally cut myself some slack. So cutting myself some slack, I think, and day drinking, yeah. But besides those 2 things.
Amen. It's all about giving yourself grace. Like,
yeah, you have to.
And keeping a small human alive, that's no small feat.
That's true.
I planted a celery root and I've already murdered it. So like,
mine is rotting.
Yeah. Thanks, YouTube. Live.
I've been cooking more.
Make my own produce. This is going to be amazing. I'm never going to need to buy a celery again. I did the little thing on Food 52. I cut the bottom. I put it in the thing, and now there's like fruit flies and rot.
Yeah. They make it look so easy on the internet.
I know. Yuri, what have you made that's good?
What have I made?
Anything? Has any of your cooking been good?
No. Actually, all of it's been great. Awesome. I've been surprised, and we're doing really good at using things before they spoil. Which in the past I'd be like, oh, let's order out, let's get Thai food, and then I realized that we've had all these groceries that go bad, and we've been doing good. But my son said this morning, he's like, for lunch I want orange toast and blue maple syrup, and I was like, challenge accepted. So I made some toast with butter and a little sugar sprinkled on it, and I grated some orange rind on it, and then I made some maple. I got some maple syrup out and put a little blue food coloring in it, and he got what he wanted. So I think the challenge is always to keep it alive. But I've learned how to make a really good old fashioned, but that's just for daddy.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, not for the 4-year-old.
No, you can rub it on their gums, but he's not teething anymore.
Oh, and I have. Yeah.
Rub it on your own gums, Yuri.
Right.
That because I look in the refrigerator 30 to 40 times a day now, it's much easier to keep track of what is going to spoil. Whereas before I actually left the house, and so I would be like, oh, I would look maybe 2 or 3 times. But now I'm like, every 15 minutes, I'm like, hi. Right. Oh, I should eat that. Oh, I should eat that. So
right. Yeah. Well, I thought that it would take a lot longer for me to get to the point where I'm like, well, what do I want to eat today? How about bourbon and emergency chocolate? That sounds delicious. I'll just eat that. Like that's where I'm at. Like, I thought the emergency chocolate would last a lot longer.
I hope that 10 years from now, when this is all blown over and we're back to whatever a new sense of normalcy is, but
COVID weight.
But we go to restaurants and everything. I can't wait in 10 years when somebody opens that like COVID era nostalgia restaurant where it's like, hey, let's have cereal and pickles. Like, remember how we used to do that?
Oh my God. That's, yep. Yeah. Genius.
Oh, boy.
Genius.
I'm not going to that restaurant.
I didn't say it would stay open, but it would.
I'm going to that restaurant right now.
Yeah. We're living in it. Yeah.
Let's go with a joke dinner party and leave it at that.
Fair enough.
Anyway, let's get into the serious questions, Yuri. And
serious questions.
Yes,
they won't be serious. They won't be serious answers. Sure.
Yeah. A lot of people asking.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Questions, and I don't know if you could answer this because this is Yuri. Did you reprise your role as the P3 MC for that fight in P5R?
Maybe I don't. You know, so I'm not even. This isn't even me just trying to shake you off because I'm not allowed to talk about it or whatever. I don't remember. Maybe
Cool.
I don't know. Is it out? Is it out yet?
Code. For
I don't play. I play a very specific kind of game these days. That's also to sort of tack on. I'll sort of answer that question by saying I'm not sure because the only games that I'm playing these days, I started playing video games again during quarantine, which is something I haven't
Me
actually
too.
done in a long time. But here's what I realized.
Does Animal Crossing count?
Animal Crossing, I don't know. I've never played it. But I learned this about myself. I don't like games anymore where you have to learn complex mechanics and get good at it and to fight off a bunch of things that are trying to kill you to then finally get to the end. So all I like are story games and mystery games now, like Firewatch and Journey
So good.
and the What Remains of Edith Finch. Like if nothing's attacking me, I'm walking through, things look cool, the characters are interesting, it's moody, it's weird, and then 6 hours later I'm done. That's my jam.
Have you played The Old Man's Journey? That has been my quintessential spa day game. Especially because the other game I'm playing is Cuphead, and that just makes me insane.
Yeah. Cuphead will make you crazy, but the music is great. I listen to the music more than I actually play Cuphead. I have the soundtrack on vinyl.
Yeah. So, after playing like a 30 minutes of Cuphead and wanting to murder, I play Old Man's Journey, and it is just so sedate and beautiful. And
well, me being an old man, I will.
Like the mechanics of it are
do
basically like he's an old man walking through hills, and you just have to pull the hills so gently so his path is uninterrupted. It's so
Old Man's
great.
Journey.
It's
Buy it. Somebody made a joke about
Headspace
this. Somebody made a joke in the chat. Somebody made a joke in the chat about no Spider-Man, and the truth is, I like 3% at Spider-Man, and I was like, this is too hard. Throw
really
my
control it
hands
through the window. Yeah.
Which is embarrassing and
horrible. Pull some weeds in Animal Crossing for a few hours. Something meditative.
Yeah. I feel like I should play Animal Crossing just so that I figure out what it is everybody's talking about.
Yeah.
Pulling weeds. Picking flowers.
Okay.
Yeah, I love seeing on Facebook every once in a while it'll be like, everybody, quick, turnips are on sale for 410 whatever. I'm like,
right.
What?
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it's making a lot of people happy during quarantine. It's hard for me to argue.
Yeah, for sure. We did have another question about somebody asked, how do you feel when you're voicing Sasuke Uchiha? Totally butchered that.
No, how do I feel? I feel at home because I've been voicing that character for like 15 years now. So it's always like a well-worn glove. But it also allows me usually to get out all my dark side stuff because I'm generally a happy guy and he's generally not a happy guy. So I get to be all moody and emo when I play him. So it's always a joy to return as Sasuke Uchiha.
Thank you. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. So other than playing some video games, is there anything that's kind of priming your creativity during this time, or is there anything that you're doing, outside of COVID when you kind of get stuck, or just to kind of, obviously it could be about voice acting or just anything else, but we've had a lot of talks about what to do when you're kind of stuck creatively wise. Mm-hmm. Is there another venue?
A few things. I have a few things. One, something that's been recommended to me that I know works, and because I know it works and it gets you to do stuff, I've been afraid to do it. Micro goals. Like you want to write something, but you're like, okay, so write 5 words, write, 1 sentence today or whatever, or, write for 3 minutes. You can eke out 3 minutes. So that's good, but I haven't been doing that. My son is as exhausting as he is. He's also wildly creative. So it's just all mashups now. He'll be like, "Hey, Dad, can you be Jasmine? And I'm gonna be Gordon Tracy from Thunderbirds Are Go, and then we're gonna I'm gonna save you from the Vizier Jafar, but then." That it's like something he just mashes up stuff indiscriminately, and I just find it wildly amusing. And then Baby Yoda, and I'm like, whoa, I think we've crossed over too many things here. But it is endlessly amusing. That and it's funny. I've been playing D&D more than I normally do, just remotely on Zoom. Getting together with friends that way has been really good. And I was worried at first because so much of that experience that I love is getting together with a bunch of people physically. And I'm like, I don't want to do this on Zoom. But I'll tell you what, it's better than not doing it at all.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely.
so
that.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, since you're joining NerdsVote,
yes.
we do have some question about voting, since we are a voter registration organization. By the way, for anybody in the chat, look at the link at the bottom there. If you want to learn how to be able to register to be able to vote by mail, which probably all of us are going to have to do, visit.
If there's a post office.
If there's a post office, that's right.
Right.
Thank you, Yuri. You bring up a wonderful point.
Yep.
So visit bit.ly/nerds@home to find out all of the regulations in your state on how you can register to vote at home. And then also
you can pre-register also if you're younger than 18.
Mm-hmm.
You can get that information as well, which is really important.
Yeah. If you'll be 18 by the time November rolls around, booyah, you can still register in many situations.
Yep.
And as far as Yuri mentioned with the USPS, yeah, support them. Like, buy stamps, buy those cute little Jeep trucks that the USPS sells on their website. They make great gifts. They're only like $7. They're so cute.
Stamps now that are they have a Marvin Gaye commemorative stamp.
Yeah.
They have
Scooby-Doo.
If you want to be on trend with Tiger King or
Sesame Street.
They have a Tiger King stamp?
Great ones right now.
Tigers, not Tiger King.
Oh, Tiger. Okay, I was going to be like, okay, we've jumped the shark. As a country, we already have.
Yeah.
But also, I know this is scary because it scares me every time I do it, but I do it a lot more than I used to. Call your representative.
Yep.
Call your representative. Call your congressperson. And guess what? If you're scared to talk to somebody, odds are with COVID being what it is right now, you're going to be leaving a voicemail anyway. So practice by calling and leaving a message and telling them, saying, hey, in the next stimulus package you vote for, put something in there for USPS because we need it. We need the Postal Service. So
absolutely. Since you mentioned it, let's put up this little adorable graphic here. So you can see most of it right now. Anyway, we'll post this on our Instagram again. But we've got like levels of being a vote by mail warrior. So first of all, support your postal service by buying stuff. That's the easiest thing to do. Just get some stamps. 2, as Yuri said, email or call your reps. You can find out who they are. I know it's hidden there for a little bit, but it's usa.gov/elected-officials. And you can find out who your reps are and you can email them, call them. And as Yuri said, you could just leave a message. What they do is they get hundreds and hundreds of messages every day, and they have staff people that listen to all the messages and write down like check marks, like this person thought this was important. This person thought this was important. It's all those.
This person was clearly crazy.
Marks. Yeah, it's all those check marks that count because when we all flood the phone line saying, "Hey, support the USPS," that's when they're like, oh, okay, well, enough.
It's an important issue.
Yeah.
And you can just stick your representatives' phone numbers. I have them in my contacts list now, so I don't have to keep them up. So I've got, me and Diane Feinstein. I'm like, what's up, girl?
I love it when it comes up on my phone like they're a friend of mine. I'm like, Kamala Harris. Yeah, what's up? Maybe I should just text her. Yeah.
Well, we did grow up in San Francisco, so so that's one way. And also using social media. You don't have to talk to anybody, but they also do log social media responses, and they're obviously monitoring those things. So you can at your representatives as well. So there's tons of things you can do without talking to anyone.
Because we will need the Postal Service, and we will need all to be getting ballots to vote by mail.
Yes.
And in-person opportunities will still be open. We just want those less crowded so that, everyone stays safe. Yeah.
And things like that. Good things come through the mail as well.
Yeah.
Amazon, birthday cards, all the stuff you're ordering. Cheese graters. I ordered from Amazon.
So Yuri.
Yeah, what's the before you go to So Yuri, what's the weirdest thing that you've ordered during quarantine, do you think? Because we're all just ordering stuff, obviously.
This probably is it.
You had it right there.
I just happen to have it right here. It is purple bar shampoo.
Fantastic.
Because the only way that this stays that way
That
is
color
when
is a
is when I
special.
use purple shampoo, and
Wow.
I want to get away from all of the stuff that comes, like all the plastic and everything. So
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
get it by the bar.
Well done. I'm gonna have to remember
Oh,
that.
she's getting hers. She's got it.
Okay,
Oh.
guys, this is super important. If you're baking like I am and you're crazy for lemons like I am, I got one of these like hard graters that it's so sharp it has a little guard thing on it so I don't grate my face or my hands. But you can grate nuts and chocolate and cheese, and it's very important. If you like to eat as much as I do, it's way better to zest or put in cocktails a lemon on this, and then
Wow.
you're not grating like little air things. Go on.
Will you send me the whatever that is, because I need that in my kitchen. I've been baking my feelings, and clearly I'm making weird orange toast for my son, so I could have used that today.
Yeah.
I was wondering when you said that you can zest it really easily, and also you can make him chocolate toast, and also my kumquat vodka spritzers that I tried with some fresh kumquats were amazing. Thank you very much.
I'm sure they will. Todd Stashwick brought me over some fresh grapefruits and lemons and limes from his tree yesterday, and it was it's like a big box of citrus fruits that I could just be zesting the hell out of.
You could be zesting the hell out of them, and also after offline, I know JP's like rolling his eyes at this point, but
Yeah.
I am big on preserving citrus. I have a lot of ways. This is turning into a cooking show, but
Right. Well,
when you watch as much Bon Appetit, Test Kitchen, and Food 52 and all this stuff, all of a sudden these things are important. How do you keep these blood oranges so that you can use them in
right?
recipes?
This is a bow and arrow set that I bought for my son because he's running out of things to do, and we have very little space outside, and he just keeps hitting things. And so
He's bored and running out of things to do, so you gave him weaponry to abuse you and Tara with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We're at that point.
Your son, really, Yuri?
Yeah, exactly. Why is it in your office then if it's for your son? Yeah.
Sure.
Why did your patient wife have a little sticky arrow thing on her forehead?
Right, exactly. Let's see if I can get stick.
Yeah.
Hey-o!
There it is. There's
There
some
it is.
Steve Martin action for you.
You've never seen that?
You're dating yourself.
Oh my, yeah, anyway.
Steve Martin is still with us.
Right. Oh, bless your heart. Yes, thank you. That's the best. But you were saying so long ago.
Well, yeah.
You're going to remember.
We're having fun.
Yeah.
We have an entry.
We have an
Ivy says she ordered 24 pounds of popcorn.
Doesn't that fill a room?
If it's popped already, that's a problem.
That is
Yeah.
fun. Right.
Like that's
a lot
your
of
bathroom.
Yeah.
That's a lot of popcorn.
That's a
Also,
Mhm.
before I forget, somebody wanted me to. I won't take all the requests, but I will say it's hero time. That's for all you Ben 10 nuts out there.
There we go. There we go. Doing the requests. Yuri, what was your first memory as a voter? Your first voting memory?
You know, I don't know. Like embarrassingly, I think I probably didn't vote often enough when I was younger.
You're not the only one.
Yeah, no, I know that's, many of the reasons why we're here today. But it's only recently that I have really sort of strong memories, because like when I carried my, newborn son to the polls to vote, and things like that. It's only since I've been an adult that I have sort of strong memories of that. I mean, I remember, I remember when, no, I'll date myself too hard, but no, I remember when Reagan got elected, and I just remember how upset my dad was at the time, and it didn't really make sense exactly why that, I didn't quite get it. That's my earliest election memory, but I don't be strong.
Use Yuri Lowenthal night cream. Talking about
Right.
20.
There you go. Yeah, good clean living or something. I don't know. That's what
Yeah.
they told me to say. That's what the aliens told me to say. But yeah, I would say it's only been recently that I feel that I've really taken that kind of responsibility and it's meant something to me, in the last decade. And I wish I'd done it sooner. I'm glad I'm doing it now. And I'm glad that, I'm finally calling my representatives to ask for things. I've never done that before. That happened in the last 4 years,
Yeah.
And
to be clear, in many cases, you're calling to express opinions and discontent to representatives that you voted for, right?
Right. Exactly.
I think a lot of people get the misconception that it's like, oh, I voted for them and that's enough. It's like, no, you can complain to your representatives that you voted for.
And occasionally recently I've called to let them know that I think they're awesome and thank you for, for working hard and, doing what I think is important.
Yeah. Cool. So a question that we love to ask everybody is, come this November, who are you voting for? And before you answer that, what we mean is not who are you voting for,
right.
But when you're casting that ballot, either in person or via mail, who in your life will you have in your mind that vote is for?
My son. I know it keeps going back to him. As much as I'm complaining about him, I can't stop talking about him.
I think it's true for almost anybody who's been on here that's a parent. Like, of course, it's their kids. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's when we decided late in our marriage to, we've been married 14 years before we decided to have a kid. And when we did, we went back and forth with, do we bring a kid into this world? Is that the thing to do? Like, I mean, is that?
Sure. And
yes, we decided yes, if we could do it, then we would do our best to bring a little light into the world. But I still feel very responsible for what the world is. And so I will be all my votes, I'm practically, out the door at this point. So all my votes are, they're for him.
Are you implying that you are charging towards the abyss?
Yes. Pell-mell toward the abyss. Yes.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, Yuri, we've had Steve Bloom on here, and as we well know, he's a million years old in a 14-year-old's body. So
yeah.
Rotting in an attic somewhere.
Yeah. Yep.
So you're in good company there.
Excellent.
Yeah. We just I want to make sure that everyone feels the love here. So who's your favorite alien in the Ben 10 series?
Wrath. Wrath is my favorite alien. He is a giant, sort of pro wrestling tiger style alien who's voiced by the illustrious John DiMaggio, and he's every line sounds like he's gone completely apoplectic. And as a matter of fact, I think the race of alien is apoplexian. It sounds like he's having a brain aneurysm on every line, and he's got to hate doing it. No, he's got to hate doing that one. It's ridiculous, but he's my favorite.
Yeah.
Maybe because John's my favorite. I don't know.
Oh, John's great. John is oodles and oodles of entertainment.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's on a tiny chair.
He what?
I've only recorded with him once, but he was sitting on a tiny chair, and I thought that
was
amazing.
That was his chair for a while. I remember that. I don't know if that was.
He brings his own chair with him?
No, they've got like a tiny chair. It was just the most comfortable chair for him, and it's this tiny. It's almost like a child's chair almost. And he's a bit, which is ridiculous because he's a big guy.
Like, don't take this the wrong way, but it's kind of like he's a large man, and it's kind of like Beast from Beauty and the Beast sitting down in a little like tinker toy chair.
Like a dollhouse chair. Yeah. That was. I think that was that over at Cartoon Network. I think it was. I think. Yeah. Because it's entirely possible. When you've been around like John and you work as much as John, they've probably got that little chair in every studio in Los Angeles. I don't know.
Or someone just played a trick on him and then it just stayed.
Right.
Everyone was like, let's find the tiniest chair to put the biggest guy in, and that'll be
right.
Great.
Oh, we did get a clarification that in fact, yes, Ref is an apoplexian. Thank you, Feedback 105.
There it is. See,
Well done,
I know
well
some
done.
things about the shows that I work on.
Yuri, do you do cameos?
Yes. Yeah.
I have found that my entire not entire reason, but like the demand for me to be word perfect on the lore of the Boss Baby canon stems entirely from cameos.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if I am like, and Mega Fat CEO Baby says, they're like, no, he's no longer CEO. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I try to keep it vague, or I have to do like a deep dive. If they're like, will you say the line about the thing? I'm like, luckily I have time to look that up before I do. Yeah. Yeah, there's no way.
This is the problem with working on a lot of different properties is that, you know, people will be like, how do you not know this? And you're like, I literally just went in and worked.
And did it,
that was like 18 months ago, and I forgot.
I'm on 3 hours of sleep. The baby was screaming. I rolled in. I killed some guy in this game, and then I left. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
You've written the wrong line on the wrong picture at a convention. People are like,
yeah,
it doesn't say that, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I thought we were in Destiny Land. We're not.
Yeah. I have, and every now and then they'll put a picture in front of me that's not a character that I did, and I just smile and sign it anyway. It takes too long to explain or to try to convince them, that. So
Yeah, I mean,
it's fun no matter how you cut it.
Yeah. We all make mistakes on both sides of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yuri, do you have a lot of people are asking about Ben 10 and Sasuke and your Richard in Resident Evil.
Right.
But what is a little known role that you still remember fondly that most people don't ask about?
In the Dragon Age games, there is a special little character named Sandal. And Sandal, he was one of those like one-off little, like he barely had any part, but he got this huge fan response, or this huge response at the beginning. They brought him back, and they didn't bring him back after that. But he keeps popping up. He doesn't pop up in the game, so they don't hire me to play Sandal anymore. But I mean, I get, he's a special little dwarf, and he only really says a couple of things. But they created this really sort of deep backstory for him and made him kind of this backdoor badass. I don't know. It's Sandal is he's just this little guy.
Oh.
Well, with a name like Sandal, he probably does have to maybe do a little overcompensating.
Yes. You're absolutely right.
Fans have gone through and given him the backstory he deserves.
Yeah.
Bless him.
Bless his special dwarven heart. Yeah.
Yuri, Shady Shiper is going to lose his mind if you don't say planetary devastation in Sasuke's voice. Do you mind?
I could probably work that in. Planetary devastation! Yeah.
Bingo!
Something like that. Yeah.
Don't say we never did nothing for you.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Really cool. So when we sign off on these things, we ask the audience, what character would you like Yuri to sign off in? Keeping in mind that we've heard a little bit of Sasuke and we've heard Ben 10. My vote is Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah. What character will we sign off in? Comment. Let's see.
Yeah. Start getting the votes in. Yeah.
Awesome. Yuri, before we let you go, what do you got going on this weekend? What's going on?
Same. It's Pinky in the Brain all over again. Same thing we do every day. But instead of trying to take over the world, repeat the same day that we've had for the last 2 months.
Out their resemblance to Barbara Streisand.
Pretty much. Yeah. This weekend. Just try to keep my kid entertained. Maybe I'll make waffles or French toast.
Something going with your new.
Yeah. There you go. Make lime waffles. There you go.
That's right.
A key lime waffle sounds delicious.
Key lime waffles with blueberry sauce. I'm here for that. I'm here for that.
Or I made goth waffles the other day. They were black. They were awesome. So
What?
super emo punk rock.
With like charcoal? Charcoal waffle?
This is my fun thing about. This is just a personal interjection about why I love Yuri. Because so many people that I've worked with in the nerd world and in all of our video games and stuff are like musical theater people, and no offense, JP, but I remember on the set of Mad Max when everyone was singing something, performing jazz, handing something, and I was literally screamed like, doesn't any voice actor like punk rock? What is wrong with everybody? And Yuri immediately started singing Minor Threat. So I just have to say big ups to Yuri because
Courtney, I've always loved you for that. And I will say this is a come clean moment. When we had you on the podcast that me and John DeRoca did, we were talking, and I was so excited to talk to you about like the DC hardcore scene that you were like, Are you grilling me? Are you seeing if I'm bona fide by, and I totally, and was I just like trying to throw you? And I totally wasn't. I was just so excited to talk to anybody who remembered any of those bands about it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fun fact, Discord Records just released like their whole catalog so that you can listen to everything. So kids, if you're punk rock fans, go back, luthen to, God, they've got so many great bands on there.
Those guys are so cool, and they're still putting out records. Although it's been a long time since, because I grew up in that area. When I was a kid, I used to go to Discord House, like to the place, and Ian MacKaye would be there, and he'd be like, "Hey, what do you want to?" And be like, it was another time. It was another time.
Yeah. It's great nostalgia, and I'm so glad that there's someone out there to appreciate it with me, because I can't always wax eloquent on all of the Disney properties.
Right. No, I'm with you.
That's JP's department, and he does it very, very well.
Thank you.
Super big hearts.
Poor Courtney, when we get together with our voiceover ladies and me, we sing a lot.
You'll always be a voiceover lady, JP.
Yeah, we're either singing yacht rock or Disney or Lilith Fair classics, and she and Jamie Bayfus are in the corning, just like screaming like Guns N' Roses to themselves to just be like, "Oh, get out of my hair."
Or like New York Dolls, anything. But yes, we are woefully outnumbered. They are doing the lift from what's the lift from?
Oh, from Dirty Dancing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally, we've been, on vacation, and they've been doing that, and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just going to go play some like Lords of the New Church. Thanks so much.
Yeah, right. So good.
We try.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, we do what we can.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a dream alive, and it's great that we all work together.
So I've been looking through the list. There really hasn't been a consensus of who everybody wants. There's been some mentions of Ben 10. There's been feedback and Kick and Hawk. There's been Resident Evil Richard. Legion of Superheroes. So
that's why. I just started having Sagan, my kid, watch Legion of Superheroes, and he loves it, and I couldn't be more proud. I mean, the day that I did that show, I couldn't have been more proud, but now like extra.
Yeah. Well, I think that
go away when he's 14 and doesn't think you're cool anymore.
I know. I'm sucking it up while I can.
Yeah.
All right. I think that settles it then. How about you sign our show off with that voice?
Oh wow. Okay. So I'm going to do a crossover, much like my son would do a crossover.
Love it.
It's going to be Superman from Legion of Superheroes, which is pretty much this voice. That's my dirty little secret. All my characters are pretty much this voice right here. And you'll hear the crossover when it comes in. So, this is Superman from Legion of Superheroes signing off on this Nerds Vote Day to let you know that you have power. Each of you has power. And as we all know, with great power must also come great responsibility. Long live the Legion. So,
I see what you did there.
Yeah. So you got a little bit of what you wanted. And yeah, I like to make people happy.
Awesome. Yuri, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for asking me. This is awesome.
Keep it sane. Keep those old fashions a coming. Just
it's the only thing that's keeping it sane. Yeah.
Just don't mix up the cup.
No.
Right.
Nope. Keep your sippy cup separate.
Maybe he'll go to sleep if I do that. You know, that'd be awesome.
Awesome. All right, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Bye, you bet. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Vote.
Boop. Thanks for being here, everybody. And we will be back next Tuesday with another guest who will announce on Saturday afternoon. So stay tuned. And yeah, remember, if you are not yet registered to vote, visit nerdsvote.com. We'll hook you up. Or you can, if you are registered and you want to get your ballot by mail, visit bit.ly/nerds@home. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for all your support, for showing up and watching our little live cast, and just being around to support Nerds Vote. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. See you soon, guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.